Hey everyone, it's Michelle from Stone Ledge. I want you to do something for me. I want you to think of the best leader you have ever had. Have someone in mind? Great. Now I want you to answer these three questions. Was that person crystal clear in terms of what they expected of you and from you? Two, was that person afraid to give you feedback, even if it was constructive in nature? And three, did you know without a shadow of a doubt that that person supported you, they had your back, and they just wanted to see you develop? Now, at Stone Ledge, we have probably asked that question hundreds of times. And with very, very few exceptions, the answers were yes, no, yes. Yes, they were clear on expectations. No, they weren't afraid to give me feedback, not by a long shot. And three, I knew they had my back and they just wanted to see me get better. And as a quick side note, Jeff, Joseph, Maria, I would 100% answer yes, no, yes when I think about you as the best leaders I've ever had. But back to our regularly scheduled programming. The reason why I bring these questions up is I'm still just fascinated by the fact that many leaders today are hesitant to give feedback. They're hesitant to give anything that would be under the umbrella of performance feedback or performance coaching or constructive feedback. Why is that? Now, in my opinion, I think it's really three things. First of all, leaders today are just incredibly busy. They're busy with task completion. They're short-staffed. They're keeping the ship afloat. And so when you're too busy to even get your own job done, it's really hard to carve out time to give feedback to others. That's one. The second one is I think there's just this human condition that makes us not want to go into conflict. And sometimes telling someone they need to do a better job feels like conflict. And listen, I'm not judging. I've been there too. I'd much rather give just performance feedback that's like, you're doing a great job. But people avoid conflict, which is why sometimes they don't want to give that constructive feedback. And then the third one is, if you're not crystal clear on the expectations of your team members, it's really, really hard to hold them accountable. And we know that. And so we know if we haven't been clear, then we are hesitant to tell someone you need to do it differently. So what can we do to turn this around? Now, in just a brief minute here, I want to show you three things that you can do today to start to turn that ship around and make people think of you as the best leader ever, if they're not already doing so. The first one is really make sure you know your team, know the individual, know what makes them tick, know what their aspirations are. Because if they know you have a vested interest in their success, they're going to be far more receptive to whatever feedback you have. That's one. The second one is frequency. If you're waiting until the annual review to give anyone feedback, that's a loss. That's not going to work. You need to give them free feedback on a very frequent basis. And it could be, you know what, you're doing a great job, and here's what I saw that I really liked. Or, you know what, you're on a great path right now. Is there anything I can do to help you? And then when you have that nugget of information that's on the constructive side, people are used to hearing from you. And so it's just going to go so much smoother. And then the third one is if you are not already crystal clear with your team members on what you expect of them, then fix that now. Become crystal clear. Let them know what success looks like. Let them know how they fit into the big picture. Let them know how they add value to the team, to the organization, and to themselves. And so those are the things that I would suggest turning it around right now. We do get a lot deeper into this in some of our courses and our coaching and our workshops. But if you have any questions on this, don't hesitate to reach out. And of course, we post a lot on mindfulness and leadership in our newsletter community, Align and Thrive. So if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and sign up. We'll put the link in the comments and the show notes below. So that's what I have for you today. I know that you probably are in someone's mind right now the best leader ever. But if you're not, hopefully this information helped. And if it did, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, like the video, leave us a comment below, because we want to add value to you. So that's it for now. I hope to see you again in a future video. And until then, just have a wonderful day. Much love.